There is a popular saying in the self-development field called, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep your limitations. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And tonight we're going to be talking about blockages. What can you do about them and why do they happen? In the aspect of personal development and feeling left behind, which is something that people are experiencing a huge challenge in these days, I want us to start to unpack the reason why this is taking place and what exactly that can actually be done about it. Now, if we look at the Wikipedia definition of blockages, we understand that a blockage is the obstruction of movement based on something that is standing in the way, whether it be physical or emotional, spiritual or otherwise. Um, Blockages stop us from progression. And this to me says that this is one of the biggest issues people experience when they are trying to move forward, but they are not able to. Think of yourself as a runner. You have a race to run, and you're running this race at your own pace. You see the finish line coming up closer, and then all of a sudden, somebody takes 10 kilos of weight. If you guys don't know how much 10 kilos is, I think it's like 20 pounds. And they start to put them one set on one foot and the other, and another set on the other foot. This begins to slow you down. And as soon as you start to push forward, you experience it starts to rain, right? And then the runway becomes very mushy and you're not able to move as fast as you were getting towards the finish line when you had started. And then somebody comes and hands you a suitcase, and then there's like a tiger standing in the way. Like, these are the things that are blockages. What is it that is actually representing the tiger, the rain, the kilos of weight that is preventing you from finishing this race? I want you to not look at this from the perspective of, okay, I'm going to identify my excuses, which is something that I tell myself all the time and tell my clients all the time. But look at yourself as being challenged because one person who is having weights on their legs or being attacked by a tiger or the rain is coming can either move forward in strength and perseverance, like gain more muscle in the legs because of the weight, or get an umbrella to make the journey a little bit more comfortable, learn how to outsmart a tiger. All of these things can be put into place that can help you to handle adversity that you are still able to complete. But some of us actually don't complete. We see these blockages and we are completely paralyzed. And I would offer up that the reason why some of us just get paralyzed is because of our perception of obstacles. So the difference between a blockage and an obstacle is that we understand that an obstacle is supposed to be overcome, or supposed to be overcome, and blockage is just something that completely stops the movement and there is no way around it. How do we identify ways of moving blockages and turning them into obstacles is totally based on our personality type and our experience with this kind of confrontation. And so, one of the things that we have to do is to look at things objectively. Most of the time, when we are blocked by something, we are very, very much attached to that thing in either a negative or positive way. We tell ourselves that we can't move because of our aging aunt, or we have this super job, or we can't take our kids with us. I want to say that maybe that your level of realism in analyzing your problems and the reasons why you don't do the things that you say you want to do is because you are not as convicted in wanting that thing. When people are being pushed and pressed into a particular direction, now this might seem a little bit insensitive to some people. Oh, if I have a kid, what are you saying? I should move my kid with me to Africa? Each person has to realize and understand what their capacity and what their tolerance level and flexibility is. And that is actually the understanding of blockages. Understanding what it is we can live with and understanding what it is that we absolutely need in our lives in order to challenge us to get the things that we say we want. In my last video, I used this phrase many times. We say we want something, but the next thing that we do is to give 1,000 excuses as to why we can't. Now, if you allow yourself long enough the time to see how you can actually accomplish those things, then a way will be created for you. But if you are not convicted, or if you don't really want that thing, then maybe it's time to just say, you know what, I don't think I really want that thing. Well, then figure out what it is that you don't want. Because the whole idea in itself of saying, oh, I really want to learn sailing or I really want to be a millionaire, but then you don't take the necessary action to even explore what is possible for you to do, then you are actually investing energy in the explanation as opposed to getting clarity about what it is that needs to change in your desires and the things that you say that you desire. I hope that's clear for you, and I hope that it lifts some weight and lifts some blockages off, because the next step would then be to begin the curation process. What it is that you're bounded to that needs to change, shift, be eliminated in order to make space for the new you as you move from being left behind and into living the life that you say you want to live. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, and if you can, please stay safe and stay free.